All right, shalom, shalom. Uh, First and foremost, I'd like to start off by giving all praises and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect men of Yasharallah, scattered across the four corners of the planet Earth, who diligently teach this word in truth and in sincerity. All right. Shalom to the sisters who watch and who learn as well. Okay. And I'm just dealing with a article. I'm just going into a few articles. Some prophecies, man, because this is all about prophecy, man. All right, and this place is done, man. All right, um, you know, today is Super Bowl Sunday. All right, and this place is done, man. Babylon the Great, aka, all right, America, all right, uh, Rome, uh, Egypt, okay, they're done, man. It's over with here, man. This place is in a bad place right now, man. America is in a bad place, man. The American people are in a bad place. No matter how much you see individuals at, try to hide behind social media pages. All right, try to hide behind you know just a false sense of reality. That's what Israel. That's what Israel wants, man. That's what our people want to do. Okay, um, they want to be told lies. They don't want to be told the truth. Okay, um, they want to hear smooth things. Okay, things that cater to their careless lifestyle because Esau has allowed them, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans to pretty much live carelessly. Okay, now he steps in every now and again and he breaks somebody's neck, or shoots someone's child. All right, because he has to fulfill his lust. But for the most part, he supplies you with the artillery and the means for you to destroy yourself. Okay, but even the time for this for Esau, okay, his grip on the world is somewhat slipping. Okay, uh, Esau's grip on the world is slipping. Okay, as we see, look to Russia, and again, you know, uh, like I said in the previous video, um, Russia. I believe that Russia is going to go into uh, the Ukraine, which the Ukraine. There's really nothing there. Okay, it's nothing. It's really nothing there. There's maybe some natural gas pipelines or something, but you know um, it's really of no significance. Okay, militarily, it's not a part of NATO. Okay, so you just have someone who has a lot of money. Okay, who controls the resources there. Okay, Someone who has a lot of money, that's somewhere where they have resources, okay, and that's going to upset that individual, okay, by the Russians, you know, being in control of it instead of whoever they have in control of it. Now, uh, what all of these nations are trying to do is because, if Russia, really, if Russia goes in there today or tomorrow, that would collapse the economy totally. All right. You would probably see the stock market down for quite some time. Okay, maybe a week or two. Okay, um, because that type of volatility, I said volatility. All right, is that type of volatility the market does not want to see. Okay, they don't want to see that type of volatility. All right, um, coming from someone like Russia. Okay, you don't want to see your investments, your interest, um, get uh, get taken over like that. Okay, and pretty much, uh, you know, so you're gonna have a lot of people selling investments, uh, you know, for threat of a Russian uh, takeover. Okay, in wherever they are invested. So, Russia is not going to take over. Well, I don't, right now would not be a good time for Russia to take over. Okay, militarily, because right now, again, this is like the spring. Okay, so moving um, tanks and heavy equipment um, into a place like Ukraine. Again, they, you know, drain, drain water, okay, from lakes or whatever, and so moving heavy equipment into these areas during springtime, and you may get heavy rains, would kind of bog your military down, okay, so you want to go in when you know when you could just ride on in and ride on out, okay? And so right now just wouldn't be the perfect time. So that's why, you have these countries in a frenzy, because they're in a frenzy because it's, you know, it's like a timetable, okay? Russia has a lot of troops built up. They have reserves to the troops that they can send in. They have, a certain amount of units. So now, you have to look at the weather, okay, before you can go in and rush in, okay, and go into a country. So Russia wouldn't be going in right now, you know. Well, but maybe they could, maybe they could, but I just don't think that you know this early. I think that they would probably wait, a little for a couple of more months, and and so um, um, what what we are seeing here is here in America, okay, is inflation, okay, inflation, okay, and we're in the stage of hyperinflation, okay, we are in the stage of hyperinflation. So, and hyperinflation means that prices driven up by resurgent demand are costing the average U.S. household an additional $276 a month. Now, see, now you just got that new job, and that new minimum wage job, and they increased your minimum wage job to, let's say, $18. Okay, so they just you have to so say your check they make your job goes up to 18 hours. So what's going to end up happening as a result of that is you're going to either be forced, or you're going to be forced to work more hours to compensate for that $276 loss. But you're not going to be able to get those hours that are needed because these companies are hiring more employees. See, again, their thing is not for you to live comfortably. See that job that you're so dedicated to, okay? That career that you are so dedicated to is not, trying to make you money. Remember, for every dollar that you make, the CEO or the president of that company or corporation that you work for makes 200 times whatever it is that you make. Okay? And so the fact that, you're barely surviving, okay, off of that income means nothing. All right? It says an analyst by Moody's Analytic illustrates the impact of the fastest inflation in 40 years on people's pocketbooks. People are getting murdered out here, man. They're being murdered financially. Okay? And to top it all off, they have this thing that's going on, all right? So they're really getting you ready for this mark of the beast. Okay? Because the economy is soon going to collapse. All hell is already breaking out. Okay? All hell is already breaking out. Um, it says, according to a separate study by Wells Fargo, are millennials, Latinos, and middle class households who may buy more appliances, cars, and gasoline than other groups. Goods that have seen steeper price increases, all right? Um, okay, they have some comments. I don't know what the rest of this article is, but they went right into the comments. So I guess this is a comment. Okay, this is from Albert Fong. It says clipping coupons never went out of vogue. We're all feeling the price squeeze to the tune of $276 more a month, and that's just an estimate. Higher prices are taking a toll on people as any pay raises received are going towards the increase. Yeah, see, that's what I was just saying. Okay? It's ridiculous. So actually, in reality, let's say you were getting $18. You got that. They raised your minimum wage up to $18. Okay, or to $20. Okay, with the taxes and with the prices, the price of the things going up, it's as though you're making $10 an hour, man. It's as though so there's really no change, man. There's no shift. Okay? That's how these devils are, man. Okay? Your rent is increasing, okay? You know, you get rent somewhere where there's they're bringing in dead bodies in and out of a building, out of an apartment building like it's a morgue, and you have to pay $1,500 to live in a place like that, man. Okay, for a 1 bedroom or either a studio. So things are, like I said, man, people, they're playing a deadly game, man. It's like, playing Russian roulette, really. Okay? It says a recent study found 53% of Americans earning between 50,000 and 100,000 live paycheck to paycheck. Now you'll be like, how is that possible? How could someone making between 50,000 and 100,000 live paycheck to paycheck? Okay? Here it goes. It says when you consider that purchasing power has shrunk because people are paying more, it also means that people aren't saving enough for the future. And that savings that you had, they're trying to drain you. Okay? They're trying to get every dollar out of you. Okay? So that they will be able to implement this mark. Okay? They want to implement this mark. Okay, now something, and that's why they're trying to really hype up Russia to do something with the Ukraine. Okay? Sloppy Joe Biden, in an article, he, he said, he was saying to Russia, if you invade the Ukraine, you're going to make people starve around the world. Okay? So, you could go in and read. Well, I don't know if you'll be able to read this or not. I got this article off of LinkedIn. All right. It says the cost of food has been pretty evident at supermarkets across the board, from everything from dairy to meat. This has a ripple effect on the beleaguered restaurant industry, which has struggled to regain any stability during the pandemic. Yeah, man. The restaurant, owning people were ready to go and own these restaurants, like I pointed out, man, but the quality of food that they are putting out there, it's tearing your stomach apart. Okay? Unless you get this, in which you'll be like, man, well, why do they gotta sell grass fed? What's the difference between grass fed and organic? Well, there's a big difference. Okay, you may be getting a 80-year-old cow, man, with that hamburger, tearing your stomachs apart, your digestive system, even the vegetables. The fruit, they are full of pesticides. Full of them. Okay? Full of them. Poisons, pesticides to keep the rats and the bugs up off of them. Even during shipping. Okay? It says if that, I'm just skipping through this article. It says if that isn't enough, the pain at the pump will. All right? Yeah. $4 for regular gasoline. Okay? It says gasoline prices have seen a surge. And if you're in California, $5 a gallon is likely the unwelcome destination this summer. Yeah. Okay. So you, Jake, who put your faith And sloppy Joe Biden, man, is coming back to hunt you, man, real bad. Okay, and not only that, okay, now there is a threat of war on two fronts. Okay, now, the U.S. and the allies may be able to deal with, you know, uh, Russia, but even though Russia said that it's not fighting a regular conventional war with NATO. Okay, if you haven't been paying attention, Russia has been over the past 3 or 4 years. They have been preparing their people, their whole, all of the citizens have been running into bunkers. They've been practicing for the threat of a nuclear war. They have been getting prepared for nuclear war, man. They have been storing up, foods and perishables. Okay, going down into bunkers. I mean, the whole country has been practicing. Okay, doing drills. And guess what? You as citizens, you don't even know where a bunker is, man. You don't know where a bomb shelter is because they don't want you to know where a bomb shelter is, man. Because it doesn't matter, man. You're grass, okay? Your ass is grass. The elites are liquidating, and they're pretty much cutting out of America, man. They don't need America. All right. It says just those two areas combined have hit middle class households the hardest, since they spend a greater share of their income on transportation and fuel costs. Okay? Because yeah, these wealthy people, man, these wealthy elites, that's just they own these businesses. Okay? It says how long these inflationary times last is anyone's guess. If you ask 5 economists, you'll likely get 5 different answers. However, we can all agree that this has already gone on long enough. All right. And indeed, all right, it has. Okay. And 1 second. Okay. And this is a video from Dabu 77. All right. Go check it out. All right, go check it out. Dabu 77. All right, and hey, man, I reported this. I reported on this a few times because, like I said, I know people in retail, in the retail industry. Okay, and they say, man, people are not stealing merchandise, man. They're not stealing electronics, okay, anymore. They're not going to steal TVs, although they will, okay. But people are stealing food. People are stealing food. Let me say that again, man. All across the world, because he's not in where I'm at. Okay? People are stealing food. People are going hungry. There are going to be people going hungry at an alarming rate. Okay? The price of food is astronomical. Okay? The price of food is astronomical. So things are going to get rough. Okay? Things are already very, it's listen. Let me you know, uh rephrase that. Okay? Things are already very rough. Okay? When a person goes into a grocery store to steal food, okay? When a person walks into a grocery store to steal food, they are at a very, very low point, okay? Because if you don't eat from the grocery store, then you're going to eat from the garbage can, man.